All right, General Math, I need for you to have out this document. So I'm going to give you some answers here, roughly the middle to close to the back. You are going to turn this in before you leave. One of you have communicated you might not be here tomorrow. That's fine. I'll be checking the attendance. If you are here, I'm going to need this in. If not, I'm going to need it first thing Monday for full credits. All right, so we've done a bunch of this, a bunch of the first part, and then some of the last questions. But for 11-7, if I am not mistaken. Oh, first off, guys, in-house sponsors here. We have Canyon Bakehouse, gluten-free bread, Bodies of Temple. Okay, just purchased a lot of these from Runwell, Metro East's finest running store in Edwardsville. These are for the marathon here. That's why I'm missing school on Friday. Goo Energy Gel Roctane. All right, Noon Sport Hydration Tablets. Gotta stay hydrated. All right, we thank them for being a proud sponsor here of Yak Math videos. Solve each equation, give exact answers, no decimals. We're going to use the quadratic formula. In fact, we talked about the quadratic formula yesterday, that famous equation. First off, I got to have negative 5x go over here. I need this set equal to 0. So I have x squared plus 5x minus 2. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root. B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's the opposite of the middle term, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4a. C is a negative 2 all over 2a. It's going to be 25. A negative times a negative is a positive. So 25 plus 8, root 33. Type in root 33 in those calculators, folks, and it does not break down. All right, so that's a lovely answer. It's going to bring you to chapter 8. If you took college algebra, form the indicated operation, and then write your answer in simplified form. So first off, I have to multiply. I can't divide by that fraction. I have to multiply by the reciprocal, so I flip it. X squared minus 9 is x minus 3x plus 3. These two have 2x in common, leaving me with x minus 7. All right, then it's cancel time. X plus 3 over x plus 3. X and x. So the denominator is totally gone. I'm going to be left with 2 times x minus 3 times x minus 7. All right. Here we go, here on this question. Again, this could be a relatively fast video. If you need to pause this at any time, please do. Please do. A squirrel on the ground observes a bird feeder that he wants to raid on a nearby post. If the post is 5 feet tall and the bird feeder is at the top, find the angle of elevation from the squirrel to the bird feeder is 26 degrees. How far is the squirrel from the base of the post? Round appropriately. Angle of elevation made with the ground, so 26 degrees. This is 5 feet up. Squirrel's here. How far away is it from the post? We're going to call this x. SOHCAHTOA time. All right, in terms of 26 degrees, I have opposite and adjacent. I have no hypotenuse, so it's tangent time. I'm going to say tangent of 26 is equal to the opposite side over x. All right, what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by x. That's going to cancel. X tangent 26. You got to be in degree mode. Hit your calculator. Hit mode. Make sure it's over DEG. Hit enter. 5 over tan 26 is 10¼ feet. 10¼ feet away. All right. Very good. Now, 13 was initially circled, but you can cross that out. A few of them have been crossed out. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Now we're to the college algebra final exam here at SIU Carbondale. Spring 2025. Nice. So you have money in the account. Okay, what is the y-intercept? What does it represent? All right, y-intercept is 500. So when this account started, you had $500. What is the slope include units? So I'm going down. I go down $100 when I go down 2 months. So negative 100 over 2, that's negative 50. That means you're losing $50 a month, okay? Use the graph to find f of 4. So when I have an x value of 4, looks like I have $300. All right, so it's 300. What does it represent? After 4 months, you have $300. At what month would there be no money left in the account? All right, so you can see at 600, it's 2. Go another 2 months, it's going to be 100. I go another 2 months, it's going to be at 0. So that is at 10 months, you're going to have $0. At 8 months, you have $100 is what I was gonna say. And it loses $100 every 2 months. So at 10 months, you're gonna have $0. It says write an equation. All right, so I know the slope's -50, and I know I started with 500, so that is the equation. That matches up. If I plug 10 in for x, I get 0 as an answer. All right, folks, you can get rid of number 2 of 2a. Let's go here to 5. Find the area perimeter, include units. All right, so perimeter is twice the length plus twice the width. The length is 7x minus 5, twice 7x minus 5 plus twice the width. All right, there we go. And the area is the length times the width, so it's 7x minus 5 times 4, 28x minus 20. Nice. All right, look at that. Easy peasy. College Algebra final, guys. At the Harvard or the Midwest. There are 50 grams of a toxic substance, and each year the amount is 80% of what it was. All right, so this is an exponential. You're going to say y. We should say y equals 50 times 0.80, and you raise it to the x power, and that's it. There are 40 trees in a park, and a group of people plan to plant 2 more trees each month. So 2 trees per month plus 40 to begin with. All right, so x is the number of months. This would be x is the number of years since the initial. All right, we don't have to, well, see, we don't have to define it. All right, the amount is 5 more than twice x. So y equals 2x plus 5. Nice. Solve and write your answer in interval notation. We'll talk about what that means. But you guys know on this one, I got to get rid of 3 in the denominator. So I'm going to multiply everything by 3. It's going to be -6. That's going to be an 18. Then I'm going to have -4x plus 1. Uh-oh, here's a boo-boo I made. If I subtract 1 here, I get a -7, folks. I get a -7. All right, so I'm subtracting 1. -6 minus 1 is a -7. 18 minus 1 is 17. I'm going to divide by -4. When I divide by a negative, the signs of the inequality flip, so be careful here. All right, so that means -17 over 4. That's the low end, and 7/4 is the high end. Right, that might be okay answer in Algebra 1. So if you have less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, you have brackets. That means inclusion. And if you have less than, you always use a or greater than, use a parenthesis. Okay, that means it can be -17 over 4, and it can't touch 7/4. That might be new for you, and that's okay. Factor completely. They both have a 5 in common, leaving you with x squared minus 4. X squared minus 4 is x plus 2, x minus 2. Or what I wrote there. This one's a layup, folks. What multiplies to 20 and differs by 10 or 8. So it's gonna be 10 and 2. The middle term is negative, so it's a x minus 10x plus 2. All right, we can just do A and B. That sounds good. And folks, so this is great. We've done a bunch, so it's actually gonna be pretty quick for you. So if you've got to go back, go ahead. We did not finish 15 yesterday, so let's do this. Solve the system. All right, so you have 3x plus y is equal to 10. -4x minus 2y is equal to 2. Again, we're going to have our exam on Monday, so make sure, look at that test review, look at those questions, make sure you know how to do them. 6x plus 2y is equal to 20. Then you have -4x minus 2y is equal to 2. Again, I want to double that first equation. I want to get the y's to cancel because they're opposite values, and I just have to double the top. Okay. So 2y, -2y is going to cancel. I'm going to have 2x is equal to 22. X is equal to 11. I'm going to take 11. I'm going to plug it in that first equation so I can get y easily. 3 times 11 plus y is equal to 10. Y is equal to a -23. So my answer is going to be 11, -23. All right, and this is a good one to end on here. A chemist has 2 solutions. One that's 14%, we'll call that X. The other that's 30%, we're going to call that Y. How many of each solution should he mix together to produce 100 milliliters of a solution that has 20% acid? First off, let's think about this. If it was 50-50, it would add up to would be a solution of 22% because 14 and 30, add them up, divide by 2. That's 22. That's a bit too much, right? So it's got to be a tad weaker, which means I'm going to need a little bit more of the 14%. I better get it. When I solve for x, I should get a higher. When I solve, I should get a higher value for x. All right. So first off, x milliliters of 14%, y milliliters of 30%. I'm gonna get 100. All right, 100 milliliters total. Now for every milliliter of x, 14% of it is acid. For every milliliter of y, 30% of it is acid. I'm gonna have 100 milliliters, which is 20% acid. So 20 milliliters, like total of this concentration is gonna be, of this solution is gonna be straight acid. All right, so first off, I don't love that decimal here, so I'm gonna multiply this by 100. I'm gonna put it on top. I'm gonna multiply this by 14. All right, to get the x's to cancel, then I have 16y is equal to 600. It said not to solve. I think that's 37.5 though, which means x is like 62.5. Anyway, that's a relatively pleasant answer. All right, that's kind of a quick video. Make sure you have all this, turn it in. Yak Math Videos, signing out.